Hi, it's John. This lesson is going to look back on a video that I did a few months ago playing, I was just practicing over Want You Back by the Jackson 5. It's a really cool sort of funky soul kind of chord sequence. Really good thing to play. And I had an email of somebody recently just saying, listen, can we do a lesson on that? Show us what you were doing, how you were doing different things. So the answer is, yes, James, of course you can. Basically, I'm going to have a look at the little parts and show you what's what. So there's a main bass intro that most bass players know, and it's really sort of synonymous with the tune and etc. I won't show you how to play that as it's a bass sort of thing. Really simple in the key of G major. The whole song's really sort of diatonic to the key of G, really. So what I'm doing, first of all, when I'm going to try and play this, I'm going to show you how I use dyads, which are small two-note little voicings of chords, to get a really cool sound pronounced with other stuff as well. So sometimes playing in bands and in sort of larger ensembles of music, whether it's a recording where there's loads of parts and horns and pianos and stuff, I always find that a big chord voicing sometimes smothers your part and makes it sound sort of untidy. So big G chord for this isn't really sort of where I want it to be. So this is why I'm talking about these dyads. So what a dyad is, very similar to a triad being a three-note chord. A dyad is just a two-note little voicing of a chord. So it's really the smallest voicing a chord can be, possibly, is two notes. So what I was doing, using this little D shape from the Cage system. A lot of you should know that by now if you're looking at these kind of videos where you're trying to expand. I'm using a G voicing, but I'm just using the G and the B from this little triad here. So just the B string and the E string on the 8th and 7th fret. It gives us a voicing of a G chord, but it's really simple. And there's no sort of nonsense, there's no extra noise needed, it's great. And I'm doing the same with the D chord. After that, I'm just using an F sharp and an A, which comes from this D chord here. So same with the C, 2 frets back. Fret 3 on the G note and fret 5 on the E. So you've got this. So the next chord in the sequence, after we've played the dyads, is a C. And I was highlighting that with some melodic notes coming from C major or A minor pentatonic scale. Really easy. So the next section, I was using some melodic lines played around chord sequences. So I'm using an E minor 7 chord first. So that's at the 7th fret up to the A string. Then your 8th fret with your B string and your 9th fret with your D string. And the flattened 7 or the minor 7 note in E minor 7 is D. So what we're doing is hammering on the E string. Just playing some other notes in the chord to give that decoration. Then a B minor 7, which is the 7th fret barred all the way, and then 9th fret on the A string. So you have this. Then a C major 7. Really easy. And then back to G. Then I'm ending it with a really common chord sequence from the jazz kind of world, which is a 2-5-1. So what that means, it's using the second chord in the key of G this song. So the second chord in G is A minor. Then I'm going to D, or D7 or D9 or whatever you want, a dominant chord built off the 5th degree, then back to the first chord. So in this one, I'm doing A minor 7, D dominant 9, and then G. Really sounds at home, it sounds finished, it sounds really good. So it's a dead cool little sequence with loads of little concepts going on. There's loads to work from. So I'm going to show you that one more time. dead simple, but again, there's loads of ideas that you can expand on. So go and look at putting melodic lines from scale notes into your chords. Use dyads, getting the voicings, playing scale notes, different things like that. Excellent.